What?
I said, that's how you take cards, put the razor out.
Get a razor out.
Oh,
okay. But then it looks less like Jesus. Jesus wasn't really bald, I don't think. I think he kept a crew cut. And the word says you got to grow.
He also didn't have a red beard.
He didn't have a red beard. He had one in the end. Oh, I didn't mean that in disrespect, Lord, but you know, she said you didn't ever have a red beard, but so I figure I should probably put a hat on. So I'll do dishes. On two.
Let me put them away.
Put them away.
I feel like I got a lot of sleep, but I feel worn out.
Oh, I did hear chainsaws going off last night. I don't think they were outside. It sounded like I was sleeping with one. I was tasting it just to see if it tastes good or not.
Close the screen. Appreciate it. I don't want bugs.
No bugs?
No bugs. We're in bug country.
That's full show. They have had residents way before we did. Another cup of coffee.
Oh, that kind of a day, huh?
Yeah, kind of a day. Traffic jam.
Welcome to Tiny Spaces.
Tiny spaces. Heaven may be a tiny space. Think about it. All those people that's been saved throughout the years. What if the Lord really wanted us to be really tight-knit? See, you're already prepared for it. Don't give me that look, woman. Don't do it.
Screen! Close the screen! Well, I'm glad we're recording this. Now you can look back and see that we talked about you closing the screen and you never did.
Oh, okay. Honey, it's all green. Is that to let you feel like you didn't eat egg and you just had all plant?
You can't really tell the difference with the Ocean Fresh.
Then why put it in?
Because it has minerals in it.
Oh, for the mineral purpose.
Yes.
Could just lick a stone.
Ah, not that kind of mineral.
Well, what kind of mineral would it be if you're not licking stone?
Well, it's like minerals from the ocean and...
Ocean fresh. You know what I think of when you say that? I think of fish pee, fish scales, octopi. Would you like my seat?
Sure.
Sure. All right. I go get to work and then you come over and help.
Sure. Better to volunteer than be asked.
Better to be volunteered than to be voluntold? Yeah.
Because I'll be in the middle of something and I'll be like, I need your help.
I know, I'm such a needy husband.
You gotta tell me.
That's
why I'm here.
So, what is this? Cow fresh? So, right now we're at the Questmobile 4. And so this is the one that we're building. This is the one we have to put the door around, but there's some people I want to introduce you to. Come on. So they're hard at work. So up here we have Stacy.
Hey!
And so Stacy is the owner of the Questmobile 2. If you guys have followed us for any time, then you know that we have multiple rigs out there. So the Lord placed them in our hand and then we place them in the other people's hands. Stacy runs the Questmobile 2.
Yes, do.
And what are you doing with it right now?
Right now we've got a Bible Sunday school that we're doing with our kids in Lake City, South Carolina here. And we just bring the kids in and we love them and we just show them the love of Christ because some of them don't get it. Some of them don't have it. And they've never known anybody to love them just because of who they are. They've been told they're bad or they're a mistake. Or, you know, they're being taught to grow up to be a baby's mama or a baby daddy. but we're showing them and teaching them that they are princesses and princes in God's kingdom.
Amen.
Because they're worth more. That's our treasure.
All right, so then when we had it, we lived in the back of it, and then we had the kids' room in the front of it. Stacy's changing that around because she has something that she's doing with schools. What is that?
We're going to start doing tutoring during the week because we got 3 main places here in Lake City, and 2 of those places have buildings that we can bring tutors in 1 day a week. But there's one main area that doesn't. So what we're doing is we're going to fix it to where we can tutor kids that need help.
So in the back where we had our bedroom,
It's
and
gonna
where we
be
slept, you've taken all that out, and so now you're remodeling that. You're removing the bathroom, making the kids' room even
Longer,
bigger,
yes.
so then you can accommodate more
More
kids.
kids.
So even though it's the same rig, God is changing the vision of it a little bit because she's not living in it, and so now she gets to take it and use it on the streets, but not only bringing the gospel to kids, but to actually show them the love of Christ. And many of these kids, they don't have the opportunity to have somebody that's going to sit with them and tutor them. So this gives the church house where Stacy is at opportunities to serve alongside her. Remember, a Questmobile never belongs to the house. We always give it to an individual like Stacy. But God has put her in the pastor position because it doesn't require paperwork. It requires your heart, and it requires you to be at a level that's a little bit higher than who you're discipling. That's all it requires. God's asked us all to be discipling someone. So she gets to disciple all these kids around this town. Awesome, girl. All right, so then over here, we have Miss Jana. So Miss Jana, her and her husband, Corey, and her 3 kids. She's got three kids. She has 2 boys, 1 girl. And so this is the Questmobile 4. This is the one that we're working on today. We'll be putting the door in there. And so they're in here cleaning up the foam and everything. But they are moving away from your current life. So right now they are pastors here in Lake City, here at a local church house, and her husband still does a full-time job, so he has a job outside the church, and so he's not relying on the church house to support his family. So he uses every bit of the funds to be able to build God's kingdom. So what's changing in your life is that you will no longer be the pastor here, but you're going to live on mission with your family.
Right.
With the Questmobile 4. So we're taking this rig and transforming it into a Questmobile 4. What is a Questmobile? A Questmobile is just basically an indoor facility that you can create an environment for kids to be able to teach them the love of Christ, to show them through your own actions of you and me what Christ is like. And so many people will never get to know Christ unless they see it through us. So what's the most exciting part about you leaving on mission?
Adventure. And getting to be able to minister to many kids and a different culture and just the freedom of it. Where Christ went, it was always an adventure. There was always somebody that he needed to meet, and as we go, we're just looking for that opportunity through that adventure.
So you'll be living on the Indian reservations in Montana.
Yes.
And with your kids. And so that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because most missionaries don't leave with their kids that we see typical, it's just usually a single person or a couple, but you get to bring your family and guide your kids on the lifestyle in which you live so they can see you and see a modeled life of Christ through their parents. What? That's so awesome. Also, one of the things we got to fix today is my workhorse. The welding on the steering was not done very well from the factory, but we use this every single day and it must be working at all times. need to get gloves. Have to borrow a vehicle, go get gloves. Because the only gloves I have are winter gloves. And winter gloves burn up when you try to weld with them. Not fun on the hands.
Come on, y'all!
There we go. Looks like sheepskin. Premium leather. It's pig. Let's do it.
Hey, let me hop in here. Don't get this picture.
Don't get that picture. Okay.
Oh,
We will not get that one.
look at this.
Look, it's the excited look. She don't like you looking at her.
Hey, Charlie! What do I get for doing all this filming, huh?